Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Welcome to What's on Tap podcast. And today we have a family reunion of sorts.
Whoa, it's so nice.
Because we have me as always, your ever-loving host, but we also have our regular secondary host, Martin.
Yay.
And we have the OG gangster Mathias joining back.
Yeah.
For the first time in forever, seems like.
Founding member.
Member.
The founding fathers are reunited.
Yes, and you have brought us some beers today.
I brought you gifts.
Yeah, he is the. It's been a long time since he's been here, and he brought some really old beers. As well. So
from around the time I was last on.
Basically, yeah.
So this was going to be the beers you were going to bring.
Yeah, we're going to review these originally, but then he.
Remember that episode just before I had a kid? Yeah, these are those beers.
So this is kind of fun though, because we have actually reviewed one of these beers on the show before.
Nice.
As part of the 2017 Christmas episode.
Yeah.
And so we'll get back to that. Which one of those it is, I guess it'll be revealed pretty quickly. But we'll start today with the Marshal Zhukov's 2018 Russian Imperial Stout from Cigar City.
Yes.
Back when Cigar City used to make beers that people were excited to drink. Now they...
A long time
ago.
Just like my last appearance on the show.
About the same time you were on the show. So, I'm very excited to try this because I had this exactly almost 1 year ago to the day that we're reviewing this.
Oh, really?
And I gave it quite a high review. I thought it held up really, really well.
I've always loved that beer.
And I found that a lot of stouts don't cellar very well anymore because there's so many adjuncts that once you start cellaring them, they just fall apart pretty quickly.
Adjuncts get all fucked up in the aging process.
Yeah, but the great thing about the Russian Imperial Stout is that it's just a straight up stout.
Yeah, there's no fuss to it. It's just malt barley.
Yep.
It's just the malt barley in the world.
It's good that you haven't been drinking yet. I hate to see what happens after you have a few drinks in you.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad. I haven't podcasted in a while.
Yep, it comes in at 11.8%, and the carbonation is still really strong on this.
It's got a nice head on it.
I know.
If you agitate it, you can get some head.
Yeah. Look at that. Look
at
that.
The way that normally happens.
Look at that frothy lacing you get after agitation.
All right. Well, let's cheers, guys. Let's dig into this.
Cheers.
Ooh. Cheers.
So the aroma is a lot of roasted malts, sweetness, but there's some licorice on this flavor.
Yeah. It says it's a subtle herbal dryness, and the beer finishes with hints of roasty espresso. I would say definitely a bit of, kind of harsh espresso and licorice and a lot of roastiness on that. But
tiny bit metallic-y.
Yeah.
Like a bit iron flavor to it.
I mean, it could be the rust on the bottle cap. But,
could be. Could be.
With some other older stouts that we've had recently, we used the tasting note dusty.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get that much of that from
But it's quite heavily bitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely gone into the dark bitter realms.
Yeah.
Like an 80% chocolate or something like that, where it's just kind of really dry and bitter. But I like it. I think
dark rich chocolate is actually a really good description for it.
I really, really like it.
It's held up quite well. The end of the aftertaste is a little bit too harsh.
Yeah.
It doesn't end it's not very smooth, but the initial mouthfeel is quite smooth.
Yeah. But I think in between the sips, it kind of rounds out and you get that kind of chocolate coffiness. It is pretty bitter after you swallow, but then it kind of mellows and you get you like that one, did you?
I'm laughing at Mathias because he says a joy to be around.
Yes.
Thank
He
you.
doesn't hear that very often. Normally it's just like, oh shit, it's him again. That's how I'm hearing he's described around work.
a face for radio and a voice for print, right?
Exactly. That's amazing. I've never heard that before. I like that.
I read it somewhere.
That's a fun one. Oh, we have such joys. Such joy.
You're great. So this is after one sip of this beer, and we're already giggly.
This is how excited we are to have Mathias back with us.
That is actually true. But okay, so Stefan, what would you give this?
I'm going to give it a 4. I think it holds up really well. It doesn't taste like it's been sitting in Mathias's closet for the last, 5 years or whatever. I think it tastes probably about as good as it did when it was made fresh. Maybe it's slightly more bitter.
I can definitely agree.
I can definitely say it's not as good as it was fresh.
No?
Better fresh.
Yeah. Much better fresh.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Well, that's one stupid opinion, but whatever.
Could that be us liking... because I agree. Like the first time I had Marshal Zhukov, I think I gave it a 5.
Yeah, same here.
But my palate and my tastes were a little bit different then, because I hadn't my brain hadn't been melted by pastry stouts.
Yeah.
Because this is how all good Imperial stouts tasted. This was like the blueprint.
Mm-hmm. It's the epitome of standard Russian Imperial stout, basically.
Yeah. So what would you give it now?
What I would give it now? Knowing how much I like it when it's not this much aged, I think it's got like a sweet spot of like 2 years of aging, and then after that it kind of goes downhill.
Well, it says it's still good until 2028.
Yeah, they're lying.
Yes, I know. I can't imagine what this would taste like at 2028. It'd be harsh.
Kind of similar to what it is now, but yeah, it's.
Yeah,
I think the bitterness just like throws it way off whack compared to how I usually remember it. So. I forgot about the whole leaning in part.
You have to lean in a little bit there, bud.
It only took me like 2 years to learn that.
Yes,
before.
I know.
So here we are.
Retraining you.
Yeah, retraining. Whatever.
Bring out the gimp stand so you know the
old dogs and sitting.
Yeah,
something like that. Where was I?
Rating.
I much prefer it when it's fresher than this. I think it's the bitterness has come out way too much right now. And a little bit too much licorice for my taste as well. So I'm probably going to go 3.75.
All right, that's still
fair.
Not bad.
I was expecting way lower on
I know.
on that run up.
It's just because I also gave it a 5 when I had it the first
Right.
time. It's because it's fantastic when you have it at like fresh or at least minimum or maximum 2 years age.
We had it a year ago, and I gave it a 4.25. So I don't think it's really dropped that much. I think it's still pretty good.
I think this one is from 2018.
Yep.
But it's so crazy with this one. Way before 2018, we used to trade for this.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
This was what we traded our rare European stuff for.
Yeah. I remember I traded for this and Hunapu.
Yeah, right.
A bunch of other beers as well. But yeah, it's definitely one of those that you had to just like find someone in Florida to trade with. But now it's nice to have it readily available at Systembolaget at least like once or twice a year.
Yeah. How far we've come.
Look at the time.
How much the beer market has changed. So Martin, what would you give it?
I already gave it a 4.
Yeah.
Oh, did you? Okay, I missed that. Sorry. So, Mathias, what
Lean in, listen.
I'm not. I'm still just the euphoria of you being here is still so great that I'm lost in the moment still. What have you been doing the past 2 years?
2? You mean like 4?
4? I don't know.
Bought a house, had a kid.
Wow.
Didn't have time to drink beer.
So nothing worthwhile.
Kid off to college.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Kid getting his doctorate.
No, but yeah, it's been. I haven't brewed anything for the past 4 or 5 years.
That is the biggest. That's the biggest change.
Yeah, I mean, I really think your priorities are not very well aligned.
They're terrible.
They are. I don't know what's happened to you.
Stop brewing.
The worst.
Get
Once again, kids ruining everything. All right. So next up, we have the Brewdog Abstrakt 20, which was released in 2016, I believe. I don't peel that off.
No.
Nope. I need a photo of it still. Dink. Anyway. So we had this back in 2017.
The wheels
I got like no podcast etiquette.
I know.
The wheels are coming off.
They are. So quickly. In less than 10 minutes, everything just falls apart.
Like,
So-
don't touch that. Don't fuck that up.
Jesus.
Lean in to talk, you stupid motherfucker.
Look. You
God, how do I put up with your shit? I wish I didn't have you back.
Look with your eyes, not with your hands.
Oh, really? That's right.
It's like when you're
Yes, exactly.
This is just like when your parents are fighting.
Yeah. And Martin's just stuck in the middle.
It's like guys,
Are you gonna have a divorce again?
Don't fight, I love you both. All right, so the Abstrakt 20 we had in 2017 on our Christmas episode with Adrian. And that was when we had the Brewdog box along with the Tuol box.
Yeah.
So we had some sort of weird-ass Tuol chai stout that no one really cared for. And we had this. And I think we should try it now, and then I will reveal what we thought of this beer originally.
Oh, that'll be fun.
So let's take a quick whiff.
Are there chilies in this?
It's supposed to be some sort of. We called it an old ale on the episode, but I think it's supposed to be a. We said it was a rum old ale, rum aged old ale, but in the description they describe it as an English style barley wine.
Wow.
So.
I don't know why it
But
smells like
it smells like chilies.
green peppers, maybe.
Yeah.
Is that
I
it?
think it smells like alcohol and plums.
Plums.
I'm getting kind of the Anaheim chili kind of smell.
Right.
So there's something,
Ancho chilies.
Yeah, anchos, yeah. So there's no carbonation, which is what we said back in 2017.
Yep.
That it was completely flat and no carbonation. So that's holding up. But cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Yeah. It's definitely hitting that toothpastey kind of zone.
Yeah. The mouthfeel, since there's so little carbonation in it, it almost feels a little watery.
So it tastes like
Slightly-
sugar water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is slimy almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Slimy is a good word.
So it's not the best mouthfeel, unfortunately.
No. No, it's pretty rough.
That's very rough.
In fact, in 2017, Mathias had already said it's probably past its prime. And that was 1 year after it was bottled. So,
Wow.
we both described it as flat, but drinkable. Needs carbonation.
Yeah.
Is what we said.
It still does.
Yes,
Still needs
it still does.
carbonation.
It still does. But we thought that if it had carbonation, it would be pretty drinkable.
Yeah.
However, I don't feel that would be the case today.
Do not feel like that would be the case today.
No,
This
no,
is
no.
quite awful at this point.
Yeah. So originally, you gave it a 3.75,
Oh, really?
and I
So I gave it as much as I did the aged Zhukov today.
yes, and I gave it a 3.5.
Yeah.
So this was not a winner back in 2017.
Oh, it's definitely not a high scorer or high rater today.
No, it is not aged well.
No. It's probably past its prime.
I would say it's definitely past its prime. However, I had it a couple of years ago, and I guess the bottle I had turned out to be pretty good still, because I gave it a pretty high rating, 4.25 or something like that.
Oh, Jesus.
So I don't know what happened, why my bottle worked better than your bottle does.
But how many bottles did you open before that bottle?
That's another question
Yeah.
entirely. So
That's a whole different concept.
there's no way to be able to look that up or measure that. There's no way to know. It's an impossible.
Let me look at your tap history here and see where we had that one. And see
It's
how it
it's impossible to know.
was included in that little tasting.
Well, I guess it's time to wrap up. No. So
Well, I guess we're done for today.
Yep. So
I guess I'd give this one a 1 or something.
oh.
Oh, you're already jumping in there?
No, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking
Yeah.
here.
Oh.
I think it's so difficult to rate beers that are so obviously fallen off the cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no point.
I mean, if someone forced me, I could drink this entire bottle, but it's not very good. It's not a zero. It's
Do
not
it.
Hold him.
Do it.
Hold
Do
him.
it.
Hold him.
Yeah, I'm kind of right. I mean, it's like a 1 or a 2 something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
It's a pretty big span. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, depending on how I'm feeling and...
How are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good today.
Okay.
Thanks for asking.
Nice.
So that's why I'm feeling a little more generous than like a 2.
All right. Sounds good.
But probably like a 1.5.
All right, I'll take that answer.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
And you, sir?
0.5.
0.5. Whoa, we're really...
It's fucking terrible.
That it is. That it is.
For me, a 3.5 and above, that's when I really pontificate and think and and hum and haw. But anything under 2 is basically just a dice that I throw out into the wilderness and like, it doesn't matter.
There's like Dungeons and Dragons apps where you can throw the dice on the phone.
Oh, that's pretty nice. That would be nice.
It's like, what do I rate this beer?
We could rate beers way faster.
Yeah.
With a
It would be
dice.
so fast. We could drink so many more beers.
Ding, 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 ding.
What's my rating on this one? Magic 8 Ball? What do you got? What you got for me?
Outcome not so clear. Oh.
Oh, damn it. I guess I'm going to have another.
One more sip. Shake it again. Oh, still one more sip. Oh, this beer is so bad. Just tell me what I think. All right.
Yeah, awful.
Well, thanks for showing up and bringing some real shit with you.
Yeah.
Really
you're
appreciate
welcome.
that.
You're welcome.
Always good to have you back on the show.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back.
Just wish that it had been worthwhile. So you can find us online at What's on Tap Podcast, Instagram, Facebook,
Spotify.
YouTube, Spotify.
Every place where you find quality podcasts.
You've been listening still.
I know.
All right.
Wow.
Can we find you anywhere online?
Me?
Yeah. Okay.
Hell no. Don't look for me.
You're deep into the social media.
I am
social
doing
needs.
the whole hermit thing right now,
Yeah.
so I don't want to be contacted. I don't want to be spoken to.
Yeah. I'm kind of like I worked in social media for so long that I have my social media footprint's really small these days.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, guys. Until next time.
Keep
drinking, you dum-dums.